All right, let's just get right into it. Welcome to The Explainer. I'm so glad you're joining us today because, well, we're going to unpack something that is honestly deeply unsettling, but absolutely crucial to understand. We're looking at the silent threat of zero-click mobile spyware.
So, I want you to take a second and really ask yourself a question. Validate your worst fear for a moment. Can a hacker control your phone right now, completely without you knowing?
Yes, they absolutely can. It's a terrifying thought, right? They can access your camera, your mic, your private messages, your banking apps. And the most shocking part of all this? It's not necessarily because you clicked a suspicious link or downloaded something sketchy. The entire game has literally changed. To show you what I mean, let's look at how cheap and accessible this has become. Back in February 2026, researchers at a security firm called iVerify discovered a tool named Zero-Day Rat. Now get this spyware is being sold openly on Telegram for under $100. $100! It totally bypasses modern security, targeting Android versions 5 through 16 and iOS up to version 26. And yeah, that includes the iPhone 17 Pro. You know, this level of total device compromise, it used to require massive multi-million-dollar nation-state investments. But now, it's just cheap, highly accessible cybercrime.
And if you're picturing some glitchy, Hollywood-style hacked screen with green code raining down, forget it. The attacker sees a chillingly clean, professional dashboard. They don't see a hacked device. They just see beautifully organized data. They instantly get your device model, your exact battery percentage, real-time SMS messages, push notifications, and a perfectly enumerated list of every single account registered on your phone. It's essentially highly organized, automated data extraction.
The researchers at iVerify really hit the nail on the head here. They stated, without opening a single app, an attacker has passive visibility into nearly everything happening on the phone. Let that sink in for a second. Passive visibility. They aren't actively doing anything to trigger alerts. But how does a tool this powerful even get onto your phone in the first place?
Well, let's break that down in Section 1, the 4 infection methods.
Method number 1 is what we call smishing. This is delivery by a highly convincing text message link. It could look exactly like a fake package delivery alert or maybe a bank security notice. You click the link, download what you think is an official app, and silently, right in the background, the spyware components activate. It's the most common way they get in, but, it relies on you actually making a single click. So what if they don't even need you to click anything at all?
That brings us to Method 2, which is the zero-click exploit. This requires literally zero interaction from you. Imagine simply being added to a WhatsApp group, and that alone triggers malicious code execution on your device. Crazy, right? In 2025, Apple actually documented an image I/O framework flaw where just receiving a corrupted image file and a message could compromise device memory. By April 2026, cybercrime forums were advertising these Pegasus-like remote access Trojans, or RATs, exploiting these exact background messaging processes. The attack is literally just receiving a message. It's wild. But wait, the next method is even more insidious.
Let's look at Method 3, accessibility service abuse. So Android's accessibility features, they're brilliantly designed to help users with visual or motor impairments, right? But malware like Oblivion or Ghost Spy, they basically twist these tools against you. They use accessibility permissions to automate and manually approve sensitive access right in the background. They can actually reconstruct the user interface to steal your two-factor authentication codes and log every single keystroke. Basically, your security protocols mean absolutely nothing if an app can physically simulate your taps. Still, all 3 of these methods require something to actually run on your phone. What if the attack happened in the invisible air around you?
Enter Method 4, the network-level attack. This exploits ISMI catchers, you might know them as stingrays, or vulnerabilities in SS7 networks. Attackers set up a fake cell tower, and because your phone is naturally programmed to just automatically connect to the strongest signal, well, it connects right to the attacker. They can instantly intercept your calls, your SMS messages, and track your precise location without ever installing a single piece of software on your device. Literally, just being in range of this fake tower exposes your phone.
Okay, so how do we spot this? That brings us to Section 2, 5 signs of compromise. I want you to watch out for these 5 key signs. First up, unexplained data usage, specifically in the middle of the night, like between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. See, spyware has to upload all that data it collects, and it uses these low-activity windows to do it without you noticing. Second, unprompted camera or microphone indicator lights. If you aren't on a call and those little green or orange dots pop up, yeah, Something's listening. Third, your phone generates heat when sitting completely untouched. Spyware runs continuous background processes, and heavy processing power equals physical heat. Fourth, disappearing or just strange notifications. That happens because the malware is actually intercepting them before you even get a chance to read them. And fifth, unknown apps lurking deep in your settings that were installed in the last 30 days.
Actually, let's do a quick mid-explainer task right now. I seriously want you to pause for a second and check your camera privacy settings. Go ahead, open them up. When I first read the iVerify report while researching for this explainer, I checked my own phone, and you know what? I found 3 apps with camera access that I had absolutely no memory of granting. 2 of them I hadn't even opened in over a year. I deleted them instantly. Not necessarily because I knew they were spyware, but just because I had never bothered to check. So really, how many apps have access right now on your device?
All right, let's move on to Section 3, the ultimate defense, the one setting.
Okay, take a deep breath. I know we've built up a lot of tension, and this sounds really grim, but here is the good news. There's actually a massive, sweeping shield against almost everything we just discussed. On iOS, it's called Lockdown Mode. On Android, it's the Advanced Protection Program. If you have an iPhone, you just go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, and toggle on Lockdown Mode. It instantly blocks most message attachments, drops unknown FaceTime calls, and restricts web JavaScript. It literally takes 60 seconds. On Android, you go to Settings, then Security, and enroll in the Advanced Protection Program. This restricts your device to only installing Google Play apps and completely blocks USB debugging. Both are totally free and both lock down vulnerabilities right at the system level. And look at this breakdown. By enabling that one single setting, you immediately block 75% of the zero-day rat attack vectors. You completely neutralize the smishing links, the zero-click exploits, and the malicious app installs. Now the remaining 25%? Those are the unblocked network attacks, like those IMSI catchers we talked about. Those definitely still require separate vigilance. But with one 60-second action, you eliminate 3 of the 4 major threats entirely. That's a huge win. So let's turn all this into a rapid-fire action list for you to tackle this week. Number 1, enable lockdown mode or the Advanced Protection Program. Number 2, audit your camera and mic permissions right away. Number 3, check your settings for any unknown apps installed in the last 30 days. Number 4, review your nighttime data usage for those sneaky 2 a.m. uploads. And number 5, never ever install an app from a text message link. Remember, official apps only live in official app stores.
To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative question. With the rise of the 2026 satellite NTN networks replacing 5G in rural areas, could you be located to within just 3 meters, even with airplane mode fully enabled? The landscape of technology is always evolving, and honestly, there is always more to unpack. Stay curious, stay focused, and keep learning.